Hello to everyone, welcome to the third session about AutoCAD lessons. In this session, I will teach you how to use the different layers, how to use match properties, and how to use blocks. So we are going to begin with the PDF we imported in last session. So using this PDF, you can see that there are a lot of objects that are drawn. So the problem with this is that because they don't have characteristics, if you click on it, you will not see what it is. It only says PDF geometry. So the problem with this is that if you have a lot of elements, you will not be able to tell easily what are these elements and cause a lot of misunderstandings. That is the importance of using layers to prevent this to happen. So if you type in the layers properties at the upper part in the taskbar, you can see all the layers that are present in the model. The layer 0 is the default layer that AutoCAD creates, and all of these layers are created because of the imported PDF. So if you create a new layer with this icon, you can just name it whatever you want. I'm going to name it chair, and that's how you create a new layer. So if you close this tag, we can proceed to change the layer. So you can change the layer in the upper part here or in the properties section in this place. So if the object is already created like this, you can just simply select the object and change the layer it is on. And now it is chair. So this helps you classify all the objects. So if you see here all the options that are available for layers, here if you turn this on or turn this off, you will be able to prevent any of the drawing of the new draws you made in that layer to be shown as you can see here. If you freeze the layer, let's turn it on again. If you freeze the layer, you will turn all the elements completely off. So let's freeze PDF geometry. You see at the back all of the elements that are in this layer are turned off. If you press lock, you will prevent the layer to make any further changes. If you don't want to change the layer by mistake, you can just use this option. This is the default color of the layer. So if you don't like blue or red or white, whatever color you want, in this case white, you can just simply change the default color. You can click on this and change it, for example, to red. So it will automatically change all the elements that have the color as default of the layer will change to red. The same with the type of line. You can change continuous, and if you press load, you can load more types of lines to the objects. If you select an element, you will see here at the properties that the color is by the layer. You can change the color by each object as whatever you want. It doesn't need to be the same color as the layer. But if you want to be really organized, it is better to always leave the default color by layer. So the advantage with these layers is that you can set the properties for the layer and you can paste it to other objects automatically. So in this case, if you want all of these chairs to be on the layer chair, you can just simply select them and change the layer, or you can do match properties. So match properties will take all the properties of the first object you select and will transfer it to another object. So if you click on match properties, it will tell you select the source object. So you can select easily just one line of the object you want the properties, and then select the destination. So you can just Simply select all of this, and it will automatically change all the elements that are within the selection area. This is really useful when it is used, for example, in dimensions. You have this dimension, and if you create a new dimension, you will notice that the dimension is really small. As you can see here. So you can simply just do the same thing, match properties, select the source object and the destination, and it will automatically change the size of the dimension as the value you want. So you can use these match properties to easily and quickly change all the characteristics of an object as whatever you want. So with this, a really useful option you can use to isolate the objects and to be more clean in your drawings is to use blocks. So what the option block do is that it will take all the objects you select and it will group them so that if you move one object of that element, it will move all the group that is contained inside that array. So we are going to make a block with this chair. As you can see here, the chair is composed by different elements, different lines that are separated. But if you want to have only the chair, you can just simply type block, and here you can define the block. So we are going to call it chair. In these there are the characteristics. This will be the base point. You can specify it on the screen, but I would like to pick point. So I will specify which will be the initial point of the block. So that it is inconvenience to you, I will just take this point as my initial point, and the objects I want to be part of that block will be selected by this option. You can select all of these objects, type enter, and you can leave all the different elements as default. So as you can see here, if I try to click in one element, it will automatically select all the chair. If you can see here, this is the original chair, that is by elements, and this is the whole chair. And I can simply move it by just dragging this endpoint. So the advantages of blocks are not only that you are able to manage all the groups, and you will be sure that you will not lose any information. Also, an advantage is that if you go to insert here in the blocks section, you can review all the blocks that you have already created in the model. So for example, here we have chair, so if you just click this block, you can easily create a new object with the same characteristics as the block. So it doesn't matter if you erase all of the blocks, you can just simply bring them again by the blocks attribute. You can also do this with different drawings, and you can import different blocks from different drawings. You can just simply copy the blocks you want from the source drawing and just paste it to the drawing you want it to have those blocks. or you can just type this option that is block from other drawings to import blocks that are contained not in this model but also in other drawings. As an example, I have already downloaded a block that is this one. It is a projector. You can get these elements and more elements from an AutoCAD warehouse. So if you go to Google and type projector AutoCAD, you will be able to see a lot of designs that are really accurate, and you will be able to use them, so you will not need to draw them again. So if you go here, you can see that they are already in lines. So you can just simply select them, type block, specify the name, projector, pick whatever point is more useful to you, and select the objects you want to be in the block. This will be the block, and as you can see here, this is the block we created. All of these blocks were previously created, but if, for example, you don't want to have the object as a block, you can just simply type X to explode it, and it will be back again to lines. So that is the advantage of managing blocks. You can just simply copy and paste the objects, and you will prevent them to get lost. So you can just simply first be sure that you are managing the same units. This is millimeters, and the previous file was also millimeters. So you can just simply Ctrl C and Ctrl V. And it will automatically appear in your block list.